What is up guys, David Andresian, a game developer, a game designer, environment artist from Armenia, and now for the first time he made a horror game, which we are going to review today. So far now we are going to review each section of the game from the brief introduction to the gameplay and to the conclusion of the review. That if you really should spend a couple of the dollars to buy Inmates or not. First, let's talk about the brief intro. Inmates is a psychological horror game with puzzle elements in which you must find the truth behind your confinement and uncover the dark secrets of the rundown prison you find yourself in. The game is promised to offer suffocating settings, disturbing imagery, high-quality graphics powered by Unreal Engine 4, intense and mind-bending puzzles, and much more. This is the first game David has made so far on Steam. The game looks ugly or really horror. You are about to know. Let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay is smooth, but the game itself more feels like a walking simulator with the horror elements. The gameplay revolves around few basic things which are walking, interacting with things, collecting stuff, and solving the puzzles. Now walking is somehow intentionally slow in the game. That's why I used to name the game as a walking simulator, as I was not able to sprint within a game so far even after pressing the shift key. First I thought it's maybe my keyboard, or maybe I'm pressing the wrong key, but later I realized it was an intentional step from the developer. Now interacting with environment is what players need to do all the time. This is what we usually do in games, right? But in Inmates, players only have to interact with letters, open doors, solve puzzles, while collecting things is so far based on collecting matchsticks. What game promised is intense and mind-blowing puzzles, and what we get is somewhat mixed set of kids puzzles to nasty one. Like the one puzzle, there's just a clock and a mirror. Puzzle was just to read the time in a mirror and put time on the board. And boom, the door opened. And then there is a puzzle, all I had to do was to push 4 levers down to the door, and I spent more than a half hour in solving that. Frame rates while playing the game or at post screen were 60 FPS with and without VSync. Playing game was pretty much smooth, controls of the games are pretty simple. The interaction either with doors or collection of matchsticks is totally with the mouse left button, while to burn the matchsticks right mouse button. Without this there is no use of the button anyway. While matchstick is being used here as a torch because our main character Jonathan is in a prison and there are corners which need light to walk in, so yeah, there's a matchstick for that. Story mode length is what our main concern is. I'm a story guy and I always prefer single player game over multiplayer. On the Steam, the page of the game is stated that the story is somewhere between 3-4 hours long, but in real you start playing the story length remains roughly between 2 to 3 hours, but if you're really stuck into some puzzles, then the time will increase of course. 3 to 4 hours for a horror game needs not much amount, but right now on the Steam the price of the game is not mentioned. It should be roughly $10 maximum for this horror game in my opinion. One more thing that is worth mentioning, story of Inmates is somehow same like Resident Evil 7, not entirely, but somehow the plot is again revolve around a husband, wife, and wife is missing. In Resident Evil 7 main character was blocked inside a house, here Jonathan is blocked inside a prison. The more I played the game, the more I realized it's somehow a mixture of Resident Evil 7 and Outlast. Now this is totally my opinion, but it is what it looks like. Now let's talk about the graphics. As soon as I started the game, our main character Jonathan was dreaming and the gameplay was shattered. The game graphics were like the game itself is hallucinating. You can clearly notice in the video background. But as soon as Jonathan wake up from the dream, the graphics were bearable to me. As for what game promised is disturbing imagery and high quality graphics powered by Unreal Engine 4. What we get in the game is not actually high quality graphics, but disturbing imagery fits into the game. Now I've played many horror games, few of them scared me, but most of them gave me a sick feeling. Sometimes it was their imagery and sometimes their puzzles. Inmates features disturbing imagery, but the claim for the high quality graphics is not true at all. Graphics are somewhat good to say Inmates features high quality graphics, then it's not true at all. Let's talk about the jump scares. It's very rarely I play a horror game, especially for the review purpose, but whenever me or my another player do play horror games, we do expect jump scares. Inmates features some jump scares you may be noticing in the video right now, but to be honest, jump scares are not really that much. First, there are few jump scares, then those some are not really good except the first one in the game. Let's talk about the conclusion. Inmate is an horror title. The initial thought I had about Inmates are changed from before playing the game and then after playing the game. I had more expectation from Inmates. I was hoping to see more jump scares, high quality graphics, intensive and lengthy story, and what I get was less jump scares, medium quality graphics, short and formal story. Playing Inmates was 50-50 experience for me. Inmates gets 5 out of 10 score, and if you're wondering you should buy the game or not, my suggestion is don't buy unless it is on sale. And it's more likely to have a sale on this game soon. So all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and make sure to comment below what you think about this review. Thanks for watching guys, we'll be right back with another video.